What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. This is your boy, Mr. CJ Talk Sports, celebrating. Thank you guys so much for giving me my 31 subscribers. It is official. I am verified. I am valid. Unlike Trey Young, let's get it. Your boy is now on the way. I am now pushing the limit to 40 subscribers before the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe we'll get up to 50 today. We're not only going to be celebrating the fact that I now have 30 subscribers, we're going to be recapping everything that happened in week 1, as well as previewing everything that we think is gonna happen come week 2. I am joined by my lovely co-host, Mr. Logan's Giant Zone, aka Mr. Logan Knapp. Logan, what's going on, buddy?
Nerve damage. No, I'm just joking. What's going on, man? Congrats, my guy.
Yes, thank you very much. This has been one of probably my main supporter ever since I started being on YouTube. He was the one that pretty much was the first one to invite me to be on streams on a regular basis. And now, thanks to you guys, I have an abundance amount of supporters. We're going to be doing a lot more content later on today. As a matter of fact, later on this evening, I'm going to be hopping on Logan's Giants Zone's channel to talk some Giants football heading into tomorrow's matchup against Washington. Logan, before we recap everything that happened in week 1, how are you feeling about going into tomorrow's game against the Washington football team? I know, man. I know.
It's only the best pass rush in the NFL.
Maybe not just the best pass rush, maybe the best defense in the NFL. But then again, Justin Herbert didn't have much of a problem with it.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I read on Twitter, PFF graded the Giants as the third best pass blocking O-line in the league last week. So, I mean, maybe we got something.
Hey, again, you and I talked about this Sunday. I feel as though the offensive line played a lot better than how I usually expected them. I mean, we gave up one sack where Bob Miller just completely destroyed Nate Solder.
Matt Pert.
Excuse me?
Matt Pert and Nate Solder.
Exactly. So, all things considered, I thought the offensive line played relatively decent. It wasn't terrible by any means. In fact, it was actually pretty solid. So, again, maybe our offensive line is better than we had anticipated. And it's going to have to be going up against that Washington pass rush. Between Sweat and Young, Allen and Daron Payne in the middle, this is not going to be no walk in the park. I know we've grown accustomed to always being up on Washington, but I just feel like this time is a little bit different. This team, at least for me coming into this year, almost had no holes outside of quarterback. Now, Curtis Samuel is going to be out. Obviously, Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be done for most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I really think this team has to take advantage of Washington's deficiencies. Okay. Much like us, they're not good on third down. Okay. Their cornerbacks are good, but nothing special. And I just feel as though if we could jump on Washington early, like we usually do, I feel as though we could put them away early. So I'm not going to give an overall prediction right now. I'm going to save that till a little bit later. But I do think the Giants come away with a victory here. I'm not nearly as confident as I am going up against Denver, but I still feel as though we match up incredibly well against the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, with that being out of the way, let's recap everything that happened in week 1. Logan, what would you tell? Let's tell our grateful audience what was your biggest takeaway from week 1?
The Giants suck.
Outside of that.
I think the Raiders are good. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let's get it started with the with our New York Giants, just getting out of the way. Again, I understand. I watched both Entertainers, Bad Dogs, Hubs, as well as Logan's video recap against the Denver Broncos. And I'm going to recap everything that I said over the past week. While I am still overwhelmingly pissed, the fact that we had so much confidence coming into this year and coming into this game especially, and for this team to lay an 8 like the way they did, the offense, again, to me, wasn't our biggest problem. It was the fact that last year our biggest surprise was how well Patrick Graham and this defense was able to perform without a huge abundance of talent. Like, this team coming into last year was not supposed to be a top 10 defense, not even close. As a matter of fact, I was hoping that it would just be middle of the pack. Having said all that, Patrick Graham did a masterful job last year. I mean, I thought coming into this year, by the end of this year, he could potentially be the best DC that we've had since Belichick. Having said all that, the game plan was crap. Absolute crap. I mean, for starters, going into our starting unit, I knew that Denver, while Bridgewater is nowhere near elite, this Broncos offense is very much similar to how we thought we were going to be. A very well balanced attack team with an abundance of good receivers, good playmakers, and the fact that Bridgewater literally picked us to absolute pieces was very astonishing, especially on 4th down. I cannot imagine our defense playing any worse than it actually did, as well as the fact that, I was really expecting more out of Patrick Graham, not just from a scheme standpoint, but almost from a motivational standpoint, because it's almost like this defense gave up as soon as the second half started.
Yeah.
Going into this game in the first half, they were bending and breaking a lot. But second half, it was almost if they completely gave up. For me, the turning point of the game was when we actually stopped them in the red zone for that forced turnover. As soon as we pumped the ball away at their 33, the fact that they were able to march on our defense so easily, where is this defense that we were all praising just coming into this game? And don't get me wrong, Adoree' and Bradbury played fine.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. Can you drop the link in the chat and share the screen that I just put up?
No, I got it. Yeah. Yeah. If I'm Patrick Graham, I am lining up James Bradbury wherever Terry McLaurin goes. I know it's generally not in our best interest to have our corners travel with the opposing team's number one receiver. But the fact that Washington is so low on playmakers, bro. But the fact that Washington is so low on playmakers, if you could just simply take Terry McLaurin away, whether it be in the slot or on the outside, they virtually have no offense.
Yeah, they have Dyami Brown, who's finna get locked.
Listen, we all love Dyami Brown coming into this year's draft. but he is not ready to be a number 2 receiver. And I still feel as though the strength of even though I still feel like the strength of our team is the interior of our run defense. Excuse me, our overall talent on the back end should be more than enough to hold down Terry McLaurin and Frick Logan Thomas. So just simply take Terry McLaurin away. Who is Taylor Heineke going to rely on? This will be the game.
His legs.
This will be the game that I am heavily going to rely on blitz packages and different coverage schemes against Taylor Heineke. Because listen, the kid has what, one start?
Yeah.
He has,
and people are saying he's better than Ryan Fitzpatrick already.
No. Now, I will say his play style is more equipped to what Washington needs. They don't need a gunslinger. They need more so a facilitator. But with this team now, again, other than Terry McLaurin, where is Washington's offense going to come from? Denver has legitimately 3 or 4 good to great playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. Washington really only has 1. Unless Antonio Gibson has a breakout game, which I don't see him having. So,
I mean, Antonio Gibson did have 90 yards rushing last week.
Yeah, but I think that was more into the fact that the Chargers were pretty much daring Taylor Heineke to beat them.
Well, the Chargers, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So the Chargers' game plan, I'm sure, was we'll let Antonio Gibson go, but if you're going to win this game, you're going to have to beat us. Taylor Heineke or Fitzpatrick, you're going to have to beat us. So, and plus the Chargers' run defense is not all cracked up to be. Antonio Gibson, I do not feel as though is not going to be that overall.
We can't talk about run defense based off what happened last week, bro.
Fair. But again, I think that game was more in tune to the fact that the team wasn't executing properly, not from a talent standpoint. I'll tell you what else, which shocked me coming in on this past week. I don't think I've said this on any streams, but I think I pretty much hinted at it all off season. The Tennessee Titans are the most overrated team out of the AFC conference.
You had them winning their division.
No, I didn't. I had the Colts winning their division.
Well, the Colts are ass. I'll have the Texans winning it.
Bro. The Tennessee Titans for me, and again, I'm pretty sure that I've at least hinted on it, at least not say it outwards. The Tennessee Titans are just they're just the AFC version of the Cowboys to me. They have a borderline top 10 quarterback. Ryan Tannehill is anywhere between 9th and the 12th best quarterback. They have an unbelievable offense, ridiculous firepower. A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, Julio Jones. Their defense is so atrociously bad. And if you could just contain Derrick Henry just a little bit, Ryan Tannehill is not a quarterback that's going to beat you throwing the football 40 times. He's just not. And if you can have any semblance of a pass rush, you can expose the Tennessee Titans, and that's exactly what the Cardinals did. They completely embarrassed the Tennessee Titans, and honestly, I'm not that surprised. I knew Kyler Murray was going to go off. Granted, I didn't think he would throw for 5 touchdowns, but I just feel as though the Tennessee Titans, they benefited a lot from the AFC being so lackluster a year ago. Now, with a first place schedule, watch this team get absolutely exposed in their own conference. let alone their own division. So, and plus adding to the fact that, listen, man, I believe we talked about this a few weeks ago when we were discussing Hall of Fame or not. Chandler Jones, my God, you talk about stealing the powers of the great Lawrence Taylor and providing and amplifying it against.
Yo. Calm down, homeboy.
Listen, I'm just saying, my boy had 5 sacks.
What is it with the Cardinals getting 5 sacks?
No,
Haason Reddick versus the Giants.
And he's always a singular player. Last year it was
Haason Reddick.
Last year it was Haason Reddick. This year, in week 1, it's freaking Chandler Jones. JJ Watt is probably thinking, my God, I'm glad this dude is making my life easier. Because this dude right here can be a borderline Hall of Famer easily. I mean, so the Cardinals, man, they were my dark horse team. They were my dark horse team one of my dark horse teams out of the NFC this year. I really felt as though if it wasn't for their division, they would be a bona fide playoff team. So, which by the way, I've been meaning to ask you this. What do you think is the likelihood that the NFC West sends all 4 teams to the playoffs? Because I mean, all 4 of them had significantly dominating wins.
The problem is, bruh, that three of the wild card spots are taken up in that division if they all win.
Well, like I said, you can have 3 teams in one division make the playoffs in a 16 bracket. In a 17, it's plausible. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's definitely plausible. Especially if they're all just beating each other up in their own division. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. What is the likelihood that the NFC West sends all 4 teams to the NFC playoffs?
86.3.
So why? So you think it's likely to happen in all? So you think it's going to happen in all likelihood?
Yes.
I do not. I think it's more than likely that
I have the Cardinals winning it.
I think. Well, that could be. Yeah, you may be onto something there. I think it's more likely that the NFC West sends 3 teams, and you may get 1 team out of the NFC South. I definitely don't think. I definitely don't think it's the Falcons. I definitely don't think it's the Falcons. Which, by the way, big player. I'm hoping that you're still in the comment section. We're about to talk about your Eagles, and I got some great things to say about your boy Jalen Hurts. But again, I think it's more than likely that we all are pretty confident that the Buccaneers are going to win their division. I think the Saints or the Panthers are likely to get one of those other wild card spots. I really do. Because I mean, Jameis, if Jameis continues to at least be close to the same level that he was against the Packers, man, that Saints team is going to be a tough out. And I told everyone this, that now that Darnold has a real team around home, now that Darnold has a real team around home, I look for the Carolina Panthers to finish anywhere between 8 and maybe 10 wins in the conference. So Panthers need to still be on the lookout. All right, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. I will see you guys in just a little bit.
What happened? Caesar, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Turn to Campbell, my guy.
Needed to brighten it up a little bit. But yeah. But yes. We're gonna nice. We are now gonna be getting ready. No, I meant the bottle. We are now going to be getting ready for the week 2 NFL schedule. We're going to give our quick predictions on the week 2 matchups.
Logan, what happened?
Logan, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Real quick, I just had to come up with this rapper name. If you're a nerd and you're a rapper, instead of Tupac, you can do Two Spock.
No comment.
Two Spock, bro.
No comment. All right, Logan. We're gonna start off with our Giants. I guess we're gonna start off with our Giants against the Washington football team. Give me your overall thoughts. And you don't have to give me a prediction right now. We're gonna save that for the end of the stream. Give me your overall thoughts and what the Giants need to do in order to come away with a win at Washington.
Can I say one curse word?
Go ahead.
Run the fucking ball.
I mean, listen. Like you said earlier on, we know how potent Washington's front four is. But if I must say myself, it's too early.
The game's tomorrow. What are you talking about? It's too early.
No, I'm talking about in terms of their career.
Oh, okay.
We saw Rashard Slater get the best of Andrew Thomas, not only in college.
Of Andrew Thomas?
No, Rashard Slater.
You said we saw Rashad Slater get the best of Andrew Thomas.
I meant
Chase Young?
Yeah, we saw Rashard Slater get the better Chase Young, not only in college, but in week 1. We know from his days in college that Andrew Thomas had routinely gone up against the best edge rushers and for the most part shut him down. I'm not saying he's going to do that to Chase Young again this year. But if our offensive line does hold up against Chase Young and Montez Sweat, is it possible that the key to stopping Washington's front four?
Put in Mike Glennon at tight end.
Is it possible that the blueprint on stopping Chase Young and this Washington defense is to get the better of them early, or
what kind of
or lean on the running attack to keep them guessing.
Lean on the running attack, bro. Fucking unleash Saquon.
Again, the last time Saquon Barkley played against this defense, he had almost 200 yards from scrimmage.
He had 270 yards from scrimmage.
He had 270 yards from scrimmage, and it's mainly the same players outside of Chase Young,
except Kendall Fuller and William Jackson. They both were on the team.
Well, no, I'm just talking about their front four, their front seven, really.
Oh, okay.
So my feelings coming into this game, I feel as though that we gotta take the baby gloves off of this offense. Let Daniel Jones throw the ball down.
Let Daniel Jones do what he does to Washington. That's my stand on it.
Yes. Daniel Jones, I want to see Daniel Jones be as aggressive as humanly possible
Facts, mate.
I'm tired. I'm tired. Listen, even though I enjoy seeing, even though I do think a big part of Daniel Jones's game is when he's on the move, I feel it. I still feel as though the best thing about Daniel is when he's being aggressive.
You want to know what my biggest problem with the Giants is? They're not giving him a chance to fail.
To quote you and I are
To quote my video.
well, to quote yours and Entertainer's video, we have to just let Daniel go.
Fucking let it rip.
Let it rip. And listen, if he turns the ball over, through some crazy interceptions, I could live with that. I lived with it through 10 years of watching Eli Manning play. But if you give Daniel Jones the opportunity to be aggressive, if you give Daniel the opportunity to just let it loose, he can take us. He can lead us back from game behind wins. We've seen him do it. We just don't see him do it enough because
Jason
the play calling is so vanilla. I swear on my love for the Giants, if I had to see one more fucking drag route on a 3rd and 8, I'm going to lose my mind. Stop with the curl routes. Stop with the drag routes. Enough's enough.
I'm kind of done with Joe Judge at this point.
Excuse me?
It's the man's philosophy. He's the one, we're going to be a hard-nosed, fundamental team that challenges scoring plays.
Listen, man. Hey, listen, man. Even the best head coaches have a lapse in.
Yeah, but it's just his philosophy. He needs to do. You can't just fucking do conservative shit like this. Let it rip.
I totally agree. But to me, I'm putting this more of the blame on Jason Garrett.
But real quick, Joe Judge is the one that comes up with the philosophy. This is not Jason Garrett's play calling. We saw what he did in Dallas.
If anything that I've seen from Joe Judge is valid, is that he lets his coordinators do the old. He lets his coordinators dictate what type of scheme, what type of matchups they want to possess. Okay. Patrick Graham is the guy on the defensive side of the ball, just like he allows his own lineman coaches deal with the offensive line. Yes, of course, he has a hand in what the overall game plan is. But at the end of the day, it's still primarily Jason Garrett's offense. Okay. I just feel as though if Jason Garrett were just to be more loose, to be more aggressive with Daniel, listen, he's going to make mistakes. All the best, even Justin Herbert makes big mistakes. But I don't see any of these young head coaches getting in the way of what their coordinators are supposed to do. Remember when Sean McVay was first hired by the Rams and he just let Wade Phillips handle his thing on the defensive side of the ball? That's basically what Joe Judge is doing. And unfortunately, Jason Garrett, his play calling hasn't got a smidge better from last year. I recall 2 plays where Daniel was throwing the ball down the field, and that was his first completion to Darius Slayton, as well as the touchdown to our Sterling Shepard.
I'm still here, by the way.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm willing to be more creative. I'm willing to be creative when there's a time and a place for it. But when you're in constant 3rd and longs, you want to open up your playbook more. And until Jason Garrett does that, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to see any signs of this defense being better. But I do think with the fact that this is a must-win game for us, I expect our offense to be just a smidge more aggressive, and maybe we become more explosive out of that way. But again, I do think even with the injuries that these two teams are basically evenly matched, and ultimately I think it's just going to come down to who's going to get the majority of the big plays, as well as which team's vulnerability is going to be mainly a weakness. Is it going to be Washington's lack of playmakers, or is it going to be our lack of versatility within our offensive and defensive game plan?
Facts, mate. Facts. All right, what's the next game?
All right, week two. We have the battle of two AFC East teams that narrowly lost. We have the Patriots at the Jets. Logan, what do you got?
Patriots, the Jets. Patriots beat them 30-0.
Oh my goodness. Listen. Zach Wilson showed me a lot. I like the kid. I think the Jets finally have something with their young quarterback. I love Robert Saleh. I think much like the Miami Dolphins game, that this is going to be a defensive battle. That this is going to be another 17-16 type of game. But the fact that the Jets don't have the firepower, they don't necessarily have the firepower that the Dolphins have, and Zach Wilson is still wet behind the ears, I think Belichick eats this kid up alive. And I have...
Can you share my screen real quick?
And I have New England winning this game 21-16.
Can you share the screen?
Of course.
This is creepy.
Wait.
That's a microscopic image. That's not dirty.
It's disturbing, though.
Yeah, but it's not sexual. It's weird. It's interesting.
Uh-huh. All right. Next, as a matter of fact, we're just going to get ready to cut through. We're just going to get ready to cut through some of these games. I'll tell you what match I am incredibly fascinated by. It is the 425 Fox game. Troy Aikman and All America are going to have their eyes on this game. You have the Dallas Cowboys going to the LA Chargers.
Oh, that's an immediate loss for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys, and again, this stat it's fascinating to me. Not only are the Cowboys 0-6 in their last 6 road games.
Breaking news: DeMarcus Lawrence broke the 5th metatarsal in his foot and will need a surgery, source said. If all goes well, he should be back in November. A big loss, but not season-ending.
Even if he comes back, he's going to be 50% of what he was coming into the year.
Which is like nothing, because let's be honest, he's ass.
Oh, my God. Man. You know, on one hand, you know, we're Giants fans. We love making fun of the Cowboys. But the reason why this is so disheartening to me is because I wanted to see this team fully healthy and still fall on their absolute faces. Because I get so sick and tired of every Cowboy fan celebrating this moral victory that they had over the Buccaneers this past Thursday, like they won a Super Bowl. Logan, I don't know if you were a Giants fan at this point, but and I wish your dad was here for this. You remember in the 2011 season when we narrowly lost to the Green Bay Packers, who are
yes
at the time?
I don't remember it, but I know about it.
Okay. Well, basically, to tell a long story short,
It was Aaron Rodgers drove down the field and kicked the game-winning field goal.
Well, no. I'm just talking about my overall views of that game. The reason why I felt like that game is so much different from the Cowboys losing to the Buccaneers is because the Packers were going again. The Packers were undefeated, best team in football, defending Super Bowl champions, and this was the Packers at the peak of their powers at this point of the year. They were on an absolute tear, and they were rolling everyone in their pathway. The Giants, on the other hand, had not only lost 3 straight, including getting the brakes beaten down on them by New Orleans. We went in that game not only emotionally and psychologically low, we went in that game having played basically our C plus B minus game, and we still nearly beat the undefeated Packers while not completely healthy at that point.
We still beat them in the playoffs, so it didn't matter.
Again, I knew after that game, if we see this team again, and if we're completely healthy, and
it's like how it was versus the Patriots, bro.
And we play our best game, we can not only beat them, we can beat the brakes off of them.
Versus the Patriots, bro.
The Patriots. The Buccaneers, they were playing their C plus or B minus game, and the Cowboys were playing their A plus game, and they still almost won handily. Like, if Chris Godwin doesn't fumble the football at the 5-yard line, that game is over. So the Cowboys played their absolute hearts and souls out on that game, and they still almost got blown out. The Buccaneers played their C plus, their B minus game. So I'm curious as to see what happens when the Cowboys play a fully healthy, fully confident team that doesn't make half the mistakes that the Buccaneers did, and see how they fare. Now, granted, I do think this game is still going to be rather close because I think it's to a point where we know when Dak is healthy, the Cowboys have a top 5 offense, or at least it's debatable. So going into this game, we know that this game is going to be a battle. But this Cowboys defense was limited before DeMarcus Lawrence got hurt. Before Randy Gregory. What are you going to do now when you got Justin Herbert, who is an MVP candidate, playing this bum-ass defense, and they don't make half the mistakes that the Buccaneers did? I think this game could get out of hand quick. I still think it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game, but I could still see the Chargers winning this game comfortably. I'll say 35-27.
I'll say 35-13.
Bro. With that offense, they're scoring more than 13 points. But let's do a quick recap. Let's do a quick preview on two teams that I think are still sleeper picks, especially for the first team I'm about to mention. Rams at Colts. How are you feeling?
Rams.
You got Rams winning comfortably?
I got Rams winning by a field goal.
I got
34-31.
I got it. I'm leaning towards the same thing. The Rams, man. Boy, this team is stupid dynamic. I said to myself coming into this year that I think we're about to see the best versions of both not only Sean McVay, but also Matthew Stafford. I think these two complement each other perfectly to an absolute T. I think the Rams needed some over-the-top pop on offense, and Matthew Stafford gives them that.
My guy had the best quarterback rating in NFL history on Sunday night. I got that dude in fantasy, My fantasy lineup tells me that I should start Baker over him. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
No.
I mean, Baker is playing Houston, but still.
No. And as a matter of fact, I gotta give credit to what I believe Eagles Uncensored said Lovie Smith. He is doing. I mean, it's week 1. It's Jacksonville, but Lovie Smith does have them playing some good football on the defensive side of the ball. But yeah, man, this Rams team is totally loaded. I cannot wait.
Share this.
I cannot wait till next week. We get a preview of potentially my NFC championship game when the Rams have to go to Tampa Bay. What is up with you and possums?
They're cute.
They're disturbing.
They're cute.
Okay, then. All right. Moving on. We're gonna get to two teams that I thought was vastly overrated coming into this year. Not just talking about the Titans. There's two teams that I just simply was not high on, and they both had incredibly impressive wins this past week. We got the Raiders going to Pittsburgh.
They're gonna beat Pittsburgh.
You think so?
The Raiders will always start off 6-0 and then lose 11 straight games.
You really? I mean, listen, man. Listen, I think the Raiders.
I have Pittsburgh being the second worst team in the league this year.
Oh, come on, stop it.
Bruh, they can't even beat the Bills. The Bills suck.
They beat the Bills.
You know I'm messing with you, right?
I'm about to say, no, you're reverse psychologying yourself. Oh, but nah, man, it's just the Raiders, man. Every time I count them out, every time I think they're just gonna die, Derek Carr looks unbelievable. Can we please give Derek Carr his flowers and solidify him as a top 10 quarterback in this league?
No. He's top 15. He's not top 10.
Bro.
Daniel Jones is better.
Derek Carr. Granted, I know the Ravens are ravaged with injuries, but in less than 30 seconds on your own 30, when you need a field goal to win the game, bam, 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 sends the Raiders into overtime against a top defense like Baltimore.
And then it's off Willie Snead's hands.
And another thing that's so surprising me about this team is that finally John Gruden has found a pass rush. He finally found it.
Oh, by the way, CJ, real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm putting the Giants Zone podcast back to 9:15.
Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, listen, God bless Carl. God bless Carl Nassib. God bless God bless Max Crosby. This pass rush got some talent. And listen, as much as we crushed the Raiders in terms of their all-season moves.
My guy, CJ sounded very confident about Carl Nassib. Very passionate about Carl Nassib.
I have a girlfriend. So, as good as the Steelers look, I'm still not buying into Big Ben and this passing.
I'm just messing, by the way. I'm just messing.
I'm still not so on Big Ben and this passing attack. I still think the Raiders, even with their defensive liabilities, their pass rush is significant. If they could protect Derek Carr, with that Steelers front four, they're going to be able to move the ball consistently. And unless you're going to convince me unless you're going to tell me Big Ben is going to find the fountain of youth and expose this Raiders defense, I'm going with the Raiders. I like the Raiders to win this game close.
I have them winning the AFC West.
Okay, man.
Oh my.
Okay, then. But I'll tell you one thing. The AFC West is not going to be a cakewalk.
Yeah, it is. The Chiefs.
No, listen, I'm not saying that anybody's going to challenge the Chiefs.
Then how's it not going to be a cakewalk?
You can make a compelling argument that any of these three other teams could realistically be the second best team in that division. There's not
except the Broncos, because the Broncos beat the Giants.
the Broncos, man. That defense. If Bridgewater can remain consistent.
The Broncos couldn't even beat the Giants.
Moving on. Wow.
All I gotta say is, I'm sorry to interrupt. All I gotta say is James Bradley looks like Josh Norman against the Titans last week.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna break down a couple more games and then give our finals predictions for week 2. Logan.
Finals predictions, what?
No, for week 2. Logan.
Wait. Bro, we haven't even started week 2 yet. We've been going over week 2 games already.
Yes. That's what I mean. At the end of this game, we're going to give our final predictions for week 2, and then we're going to sign off.
Okay, by the way, Big Play Slay says drop the link. He wants to congratulate you.
Oh, I thought I did. Hold on a second. Give me a quick break. Give me a quick break, everyone.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Give me a quick break, everyone. Logan, you still there? There. The link is in the chat.
Your boy rocking them skinny jeans. Bruh.
You need to be rocking some lotion on those ankles.
Why?
Because there is white as my pillowcase.
Bruh.
All right, but yes, Logan. Honestly, this may wind up being my favorite matchup heading into week 2. And no, I'm not talking about Bosch. I am talking. Logan, you okay?
That was my knee. I hit my knee against my desk.
Wow.
Did you not hear that?
No, I heard it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, he says he doesn't see it. You need to put Big Play. I'll send you the link on Twitter.
All right.
Big Play, if you're listening, I'm sending you the link on Twitter.
Okay.
It's the account with over 600 subs.
Okay. Before we give our overall predictions on week 2, Logan, tell me, after that ultimate ass kicking of this weekend, how do you feel about the Packers matching up against the Lions?
Oh yeah, they're gonna get killed.
You really think so?
Yes, the Lions are gonna beat them. The Lions showed fight, bro.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way around. Because, after the fight that the Lions showed against the Niners, nearly coming all the way back and almost taking that game into overtime.
The Lions are beating them.
So you're going with the upset. You got the Lions over the Packers.
And Aaron Rodgers is intentionally going to fail this season. He wants to get traded. That's his tactic.
I do not buy that Aaron Rodgers is going to mail in his last season with the Packers just so he could get out of here as fast as possible. Aaron Rodgers is going to want to go out with a bang. And what better way
to lose 38-3?
And what better way to get your first win than by beating the team that you've always haunted, the Detroit Lions. Listen, I think this game is going to be phenomenal. I think this game is going to be phenomenal. I think this Lions team is going to pull up a hell of a fight. I could see an upset. But I gotta go with the Packers. I gotta go with Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Listen, Dan Campbell, you did more than earn my respect after getting shellacked by the Niners and everybody, including myself, clowning you.
Say exactly what you said to me.
What?
You said the Niners were whatting the Lions the other day?
Whacked.
No, you said they were what? You said they were.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that on PG-13 channel.
They were.
Let's just say they were mollywhopping the.
Let's just say they were getting assaulted.
Yes, they would get anally assaulted by the 49ers. But hey, Lions, they fought back. They roar like absolutely fucking lions. And Dan Campbell, you did more. You earned my respect as a coach in week 1. But it's Aaron Rodgers. Come on now.
Big play sweat. It doesn't say it yet, but when it does, I'll make sure to get on it.
Listen, man, much like we always beat up on the Washington, much like we always beat up on Washington. I can't even remember the last time the Lions beat the Packers.
Oh, let's see, 1387.
So
that shit was on stone painting.
Are you kidding me? George Washington wasn't even born at that point.
Yeah,
but okay, before we sign off, Logan, let's give our quick picks. Let's give our quick picks for week 2. Giants at Washington. Who do you got?
Okay, real quick, I'm sending this link to BPS. BPS, you got to follow me. You didn't follow me from there yet. I don't know what you're doing. Giants versus Washington. I'll say Giants 17-13.
Okay.
Don't end it until Big Play Slay gets in. He wants to be in here.
All right, cool. All right. Patriots at Jets.
Patriots 36-10.
What? I don't think the Patriots offense is good enough to score 30, let alone close to 40. All right. Broncos at Jaguars. How many interceptions is Trevor Lawrence going to throw?
7.
But how many touchdown passes is he going to throw?
2.
Bruh. All right. I'm going to go with my boys. I think the Giants pull out a tough one. I'll go with Giants 17-14. I like the Patriots to win this game close. I'll go with the score 21-14. Broncos over Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence, he may have more interceptions in this game than wins for the Jaguars. So I'm going to have the Jaguars win this game 26-17. Buffalo at Miami, Logan. Who do you got?
Miami.
Miami? Seriously?
Yes.
Going with an upset. Okay. We're going to mark Logan.
Buffalo's going to fall to 0-2. They play Slays in the back.
Big play. What's going on,
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations on that.
Hey, yo, what's Gucci, Washington fan? My guy's rooting for Washington.
I'll change it. It's okay.
Oh, my goodness. Yo, big play. You know what they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Assuming we take care of Washington this Thursday, I need
you guys get fucking mollywopped by whoever you're going against.
The Niners?
We need you guys
to. Yeah, you're gonna get destroyed.
We're gonna need you guys to. We're gonna need you guys to take care of those. Take care of the Cowboys next week.
You really think you guys are going 2-0?
I don't think we're winning, but I don't think it's going to be an absolute amount like domination.
Jalen Hurts is booty.
Yeah, I don't know quarterbacks, bro. I don't think you want to do that.
Daniel Jones had 270 passing yards and a touchdown and no interceptions
at the most crucial time in the game.
We were still going to lose anyway because the defense was regurgitated baby shit.
Hey, I did not see Kenny Golladay. I didn't see one single player on the offense other than Shepard.
Kenny Golladay had 4 receptions for 70 yards. I don't know what you're talking about.
He had 1 catch.
He had 4 receptions.
He had 1 catch.
He had 4 receptions.
He had 1 catch.
He had 4 receptions.
He had 1.
Where did you get that information?
I can only remember one
Oh, he
catch
had
from
4
Galladay.
catches actually. Oh, I must have been watching when he.
Yeah, he had 4 catches for 70 yards. How is that bad?
I was watching for like most of the half of the first half, so he had like 1 catch from them. So yeah.
Big play. I don't know if I said this on one of your streams from this past weekend,
Big Play Slay just went through puberty.
but
My
I'm
guy's
pretty
voice-
sure I predicted that your Eagles was going to beat the Falcons this past week.
Huh? What's up?
I said I'm pretty sure I predicted that the Eagles would beat the Falcons this weekend.
I think I did too. I'm pretty sure I said that.
No, you said they were going to get destroyed by 90 points.
I did not.
No way. I said we're gonna win. I said it was gonna be like a 26-20 game. I was clearly wrong.
No, listen, man. That might have been my most second shocking game of this week. Obviously not including the Packers. But the one thing that I got to give the Eagles credit on this, they may have the most complete unit in terms of their trenches. When their offensive line is healthy, when their offensive line is healthy, it's a top 5, top 10 offensive line when healthy. And when their pass rush is completely healthy, I mean, they're not great. They're not what they were in their Super Bowl run, but they're still, I would say, a top 10 defensive line. And so, with Jalen Hurts playing with the amount of confidence that he showed against the Falcons, I mean, granted, it's the Falcons. As I said before, they may have the worst defense in football when it's all said and done, but I still got to give Jalen Hurts a ton of credit. He played absolutely phenomenal. And while I'm not predicting you guys are beating the Niners, I do think that's going to be a very close, competitive game. And hey, maybe it is a 14 race for the divisional title. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I gotta give the Eagles credit.
I think the division is between the Giants and Philadelphia.
Possible. Definitely possible, but I'm not ready.
Big Play Slay went back in time.
It's probably going to be between us. Now I have to switch it up a little. It's going to be between us, Dallas, and Washington. I think the Giants are out of the picture. I'm sorry. I think y'all
watch us dismantle Washington this past weekend, tomorrow, and then we'll get back to that.
Hey man, y'all do that every year, but it's a completely new story this year. Look at Washington's team from head to toe. And
Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, Heineke's a lot better than what people get.
He played 1 game.
Yeah,
he has 1 start though.
Now two.
Well, no, it was relief duties.
Yeah,
that doesn't really count.
Fitzpatrick was barely out there. I mean, he's better than Fitzpatrick.
I'll beat your ass, bro.
Moving on.
Sit down. Oh my God.
Moving on. As a matter of fact, BP, we were actually just about to get ready to talk about you guys against the 49ers. What are your overall feelings about matching up against the Niners Sunday?
36-0 49ers.
Take the whoa. Hold on, Logan.
These Eagles fans get 1 win and they think they're in the division race. Bro, it was the Falcons. They had 4 wins last year.
Logan, let them go.
I'm not even worried about the offense first because I know the offense looked good. I'm just more happy about how the defense played. We held Calvin Ridley to 3 catches, and we held Matt Ryan to 100 something's like 170 yards, and that's
there's a reason they went 4-13 last year.
4-12, but okay.
And Matt Ryan had like 4,000 yards last year.
Sit down.
Oh my God.
Yeah. BP. Oh yeah, BP. We're actually just in time. We're actually just in time to talk about your Eagles matchup against the Niners. So how are you feeling going up against the Niners this week?
Logan, bro, your parents ever teach you how to learn your manners, bro? Why you got your feet up all back?
Sit down, bro.
Logan.
Oh my-
My expectations for this game, I think it's gonna be a close game. I'm not expecting a kick-ass victory like last week, because granted it was the Falcons. They suck on defense. So I'll say it's more sort of like a closer game where the Eagles they play good, like really good passing. You may not see as much rushing in this game because Jason Brett, the number one corner for the San Francisco 49ers, is out for the entire season. And that's gonna be huge. So I think Devontae Smith should have a good game in this one, but I'll say like a 27 um 24-23 type game.
Yeah, I definitely think, and I also got to give a shout out.
Yeah, this is important. I'm sorry to interrupt you. This is very important. I just got a message from someone, a Twitter account called Last Name and Last Word on NFL. It has 19.8 thousand followers, and they just messaged me. Do you know somebody who may be interested in covering the NFL for us as an analyst or news writer? Would you be interested in that, CJ?
Absolutely.
Okay, well then I'll tell them. I mean, I don't know if it's a scam, but they have 19,000 followers. So, do you mind if I give them some of your information?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
DJ the analyst. That's
hey man, that's why I'm
I
pushing
wanna,
the beat.
yeah. Before
Listen,
you
man,
go, DJ. Yeah, I want to say something real quick. Logan, can you change your stream to like 8 o'clock or something? 8:20, bro.
No, sorry.
Late as hell, bro.
I can't.
No, it's okay because we're gonna be wrapping up this pretty soon. We're gonna be wrapping up this pretty soon as soon as we finish with these games. I'll say this about the Eagles going back to week 1 as well as going up against the 49ers. I do think because while I do think Nick Sirianni is still a little bit over his head as far as being a first-time head coach, he did the thing that I like most about this matchup is that his offensive philosophy is already leaps and bounds better than Doug Peterson's. I mean, the thing that I like what Nick Sirianni did was he took what this team does well as a whole, and he built a scheme around it. The thing that I was mainly worried about with Devontae Smith, who looked fantastic, was that he was going to be asked to play a singular role and be forced to play up to that role, which is not his game. The fact that he was moving Devontae Smith around a lot, putting him on different hash marks, putting him in the slot, lining him up in the slot, doing a lot of not just vertical routes, but a lot of screen plays, get him in the action early, which is something that I really wish Jason Garrett had done. And so I do think what this game is ultimately going to come down to is, are the Niners going to be able to pick up on what Nick Sirianni does so well? And more importantly, how does Jalen Hurts play against an elite pass rush? Because my biggest criticism about Jalen Hurts is that coming into this year is that as soon as the pass rush is nipping at him, he takes off and run. And against this Niners defense, you are not going to be able to do that. Whether it's Bosa or Fred Warner or Greenlaw or any of the Niners star defensive players, if you think you're gonna break contain against that defense, he's gonna be in for a long run. So
hey, CJ, this company just followed you.
So
and they're a legit company, by the way. It's not a scam.
So Jalen Hurts is going to have to be on his P's and Q's in the passing game. We know how dynamic he is as a runner. I wouldn't go as far as to say I think his upside is Lamar, but I do think his play style is more equipped to a Kyler or a Russell Wilson, where he doesn't just run to just take off and run. He runs to try to set up a pass. and if he's gonna have success against this Niners defense, that's the game plan he's gonna have to have. If he tries to just take off and run, Fred Warner's gonna take his head off because Fred Warner may be the most gifted athletic linebacker in the game, other than Devin White. So I'm gonna go with the Niners, but I still think it's gonna be a relatively close game. I'll take the Niners 27-20 as the Eagles go to 1-1.
Honestly, bro, I think CJ would do great for this job. Honestly, bro. Yeah, I think he would do great. Like the way you just speak about football, I mean, it's almost like okay, I don't know how to put this. Stephen A. Smith, but a little more calm, and you know what you're talking about, but you're.
I don't go for hot. I don't listen. I'm all for hot takes.
Yeah.
At least if it's somewhat reasonable. But I have heard a lot of comparisons saying that I'm the Stephen A. Smith, that I'm kind of like a young
Stephen A. of the Giants.
The only difference is that in a basketball debate, I could probably go toe to toe against Stephen A. Football, I would school him under the table easily. I would embarrass him so bad in a football debate. ESPN is never going to want to have him do another football topic after being schooled by someone with 30 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
this guy, his name is Luca Razzano.
I've
He's a
heard of him.
Raptors fan. He is also, I think
he's also an NBA.
He was on ESPN. Yeah, he was on ESPN, and he actually debated Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith Morley. He debated him, and he's actually a YouTuber with like 24K, and yeah,
he was one of the first YouTubers that I started following.
Yeah, he was on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, but now moving on. Going to try to get through most of these games. All right, Rams and Colts. BP, who do you like?
Rams. I mean, okay. First of all, Carson Wentz. Like last week, he tried getting out of the pocket. I mean, He got
smoked by the Seahawks pass rush, and the Colts are supposed to have a really good offensive line.
The Seahawks pass rush is horrible. They're terrible. They're nothing to be afraid of. And the Colts are absolutely decimated by that defensive line. I don't even think Carson Wentz got sacked too much by that offensive line last year when he played him. So it's kind of confusing to me how.
I've been trying to tell people this Seahawks defense is going to surprise a lot of people because of how much work they've done on the defensive line. They brought in. Oh my goodness! I was literally just. They brought in.
I'm just playing.
Why am I blanking on the Seahawks pass rush when I was literally just looking at it? But yeah, it's just to me
they have nobody.
To me, man, this Rams team, man, this team is going to be scary good. Logan,
excuse me.
This Rams team, man, is going to be scary good. And I said when we were given our playoff plus Super Bowl predictions, I got the Rams playing the Chiefs, as the representative of the NFC conference. And man, if there was one team that can match firepower by firepower with the Chiefs, it is this Rams team.
Yeah.
It is this Rams team. This team's got so many elite playmakers on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Listen, Aaron Donald may win another Defensive Player of the Year, and Matthew Stafford may be a sneaky MVP candidate.
Big plays like, nah. Defensive Player of the Year is going to Brandon Graham, son.
Yes, sir. No,
my guy's made one Pro Bowl.
He deserves like 5 other more Pro Bowlers. I mean, that dude works fast. But let's not go into that.
Sterling Shepard out here.
Dude, did you see Matthew Stafford's That one
Matt
touchdown
Stafford
to
is the
Matt
GOAT.
Van Jefferson, bro. They gave us a little snippet. I don't even think that's their best. Honestly,
No.
man, I think there's way more than that.
Matthew
Oh, by the
Stafford.
way, CJ. Oh no, I'm sorry. You can go.
Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay are going to bring out the best of each other.
By the way,
Because
CJ.
no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, on one of my last streams, we were talking about the Broncos defense, and we were talking about Justin Simmons. Joel was like, "Who?"
Justin Simmons is a great player, man.
Joel was like, "Who even is that? I never heard of him."
Underrated, bro. People sleep on good.
He's the best safety in the league.
Ooh, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go.
Oh no, sorry,
He's
Jabril Peppers. Jabril Peppers.
I love Jabril, but I wouldn't even go.
Eddie
Honestly,
Jackson.
I probably would
Eddie
go
Jackson
either,
killed Saquon. We don't talk about him.
I would probably either go
Jesse
Tyrann
Bates.
Mathieu or Mika Fitzpatrick.
No, ew. Who the fuck likes Jesse Bates? Ew, no.
Oh my God! Don't you disrespect J.C. Bates like that? The
He's a
most
good
Von
safety.
Bell. Von Bell's underrated.
No, most
Moving
underappreciated safety in the NFL is Jesse Bates by far.
Sit down.
Moving on, Logan, give me your score for Rams and Colts.
Rams 34, Colts 31. I already told you.
Bruh. that's so
Rams.
close. I think it's more like, honestly, I think it's like 45 to like.
What about
Rams.
what
I think
what about
the Colts
Ginger
are gonna
Jesus?
get
What about
clapped.
Ginger Jesus?
I'm
Carson
going.
Wentz.
I'll still
Ginger
go.
Jesus.
I'll still go with the Rams, but I think it's going to be a relatively close game. I'll go with Rams 31, Colts 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like. I'm not gonna say 45-6 because that's exaggerating.
You
it,
can't
but I
say
will
that,
say
bro. That's disrespectful.
32 to 26. I mean Rams.
That's disrespecting the Colts, bro.
Bro, what are you talking
Colts are
about?
damn good, but this Rams team is scary good.
Sit down.
Carson
All
Wentz,
right.
sucks, bro. Mitch looks
Quick-
like Carson Wentz, by the way.
Quickly, Raiders at Steelers.
Raiders 37, Steelers 10.
Dude, the Steelers never do good against
Sit
the
down.
Raiders, especially Ben Roethlisberger. He does bad against the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders in this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders too, but I think it's going to be a relatively close
Yeah.
game.
Oh my
I'll go with Raiders 27-20. I think the Steelers win over the Bills, which are slightly overrated. The Bills completely outplayed them on both sides of the ball. The Steelers basically won based off of a punt block. So
Can
And Josh Allen missed the throw that clearly was going to Emmanuel Sanders, and he would have caught that 1,000 out of 1,000 times. And Josh Allen completely overthrew him. He had that look in his face. He knew if he completed that touchdown.
Josh Allen's a 1-year wonder. He's done.
Daniel Jones can never be that though. So.
yay, Daniel Jones was still good his rookie year. Don't even get me started.
Oh my
All right.
God!
All right.
5 touchdowns and
My guy BPS thinks because Jalen Hurts has one good game, the Eagles are like the next Super Bowl team.
Oh my goodness. Moving on.
Okay, now
Hey.
I'll admit that Jalen Hurts is better than Daniel Jones. I will say that.
Kick him off the stream, please.
Oh my goodness.
CJ, I'm
on.
leaving if you don't kick him off.
Bengals,
He has a better- he has a
Bengals
better
at
kill
Bears. Bengals at Bears. Big play. Who do you got?
I
Yeah.
really want to say Bengals, but at the same time, I really want to say the Bears.
Put me up top. BPS doesn't deserve it.
I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Really? Wait. What's this matchup?
Bengals at Bears.
Bengals are beating them. The Giants are going to have 2 top 10 picks this year.
Tell you what, big play. Maybe it's my heart over my head.
The Bengals beat the Vikings.
I'm going with the Bengals. I'm rolling with the
Joey fucking Burrow, my LSU guy.
32-6. 32.
Burrow to Chase Young. Boy,
To Chase Young.
I mean, no, excuse me. I'm
Jamar
Jamar
Chase.
What the fuck kind of universe?
Burrow and Jamar Chase, man.
Oh my.
that combo is going to be a problem.
Can I put my balls in your jaw?
That duo is going to be a problem, man. With the Bears not having much of a defensive identity, unless Justin Fields starts, I'm going with the Bengals.
Can I put
I think this team, man. I think this team is on. I think this team is on to something now. I don't think they're a playoff team yet. I do think they're still a year away to being really something special. But for right now, man, I'm with the Bengals. I really am. I think Burrow and Jamar Chase keep it going. That defense is a lot better than what I expected. And Dalton is shot. Andy Dalton is completely ruined. The only reason why he's starting for the Bears now is because of a promise. Okay? And so, if this were me...
He needs to be released from his oath. Oh, my God.
If this were me, I would start Justin Fields just to shake it up a bit. But if Dalton starts, I'm going with the Bengals.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But
I don't know. Bengals.
I don't know if they could
Bengals
stop David
24-17.
Sit down.
Stop David Montgomery though. If that dude gets like one little burst, he's gone.
Yeah,
he showed it against the Rams. That's one of the best rushing defenses in the league, and he had like what was it? I think he had.
He started with like a 50-yard run.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, but again, I'm going with the Bengals just over the fact that I trust Burrow more than Dalton.
And he had like 108 passer rating last game.
Exactly. Against a good Vikings team.
Yeah, I mean, but their defense and their secondary is trash.
Yeah.
So I mean, like at the same time, I want to say
I tell you,
Bengals were good, but they made it close with a bad secondary. So,
but I will say
They have
this:
Patrick
how
Peterson,
many young
the GOAT.
quarterbacks have you seen get the better of Mike Zimmer?
Your mom?
not that many, but I mean, when's the last time Mike Zimmer had a good cornerback? I mean, since Xavier Rhodes, and Xavier Rhodes' last good season was 2017.
Well, in 2020 they took a corner in the first round, but he's arrested now and he's out of the NFL.
Yeah, Gladney.
Yeah, Jeff Gladney beat his girl or whatever.
I mean, what about that Baker guy? DeAndre Baker.
He's innocent, but you know.
And
And remember, they
He's
did
innocent.
acquire Patrick Peterson. So.
Yo, check the private chat, CJ. This is the best song of 2021.
Bro, no, do not check it. Do not check it, CJ. Do not check it. CJ, do not even.
I ain't even gonna dignify that with a response. Okay,
Bro,
Texans at Browns.
Can I put my balls in your... What's the song?
Texans at Browns.
Oh yeah, Browns won 66-3.
Damn.
That's the same score the Eagles are gonna put up this week, 3-60.
I'll give you guys a big shocker.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I am pulling the plug right here. Houston, congratulations. You got your first victory against basically a college team. You got a college coach and a college quarterback. Now you have a real team.
Is OBJ playing in this game?
No, OBJ is not playing.
And
that doesn't mean anything. They had the best running game in almost league history. What are you smoking?
The Browns are going to take care of Houston. Congratulations on probably your one and only win.
The Texans defense is going to look like a used cum rag. Sorry.
Y'all don't even know if I have them winning or not.
Go ahead. No, I'm BP. I am letting you know this now. If you dare take Houston or make a case for them, I'm kicking you off the stream. Go ahead. Make your
Texans defense the Texans front seven by the end of this game is going to be a used cum rag.
They're not as good.
Shut up! They have
Logan, let them go.
Their number one corner is D Virgin.
Logan, let them go. I want to hear this.
All right. I said it in one of my pick'ems. I gotta go Texans 21-20 Texans get the dub. I just think Tyrod Taylor is gonna explode on the secondary of the Browns.
They have Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, and the rookie. What the fuck are you smoking?
Logan, what you just said perfectly encapsulates what I'm about to say. BP, I love you, man. You're a great kid. Please stay off. Go weed.
I'm just playing.
Duh.
I'm just playing.
Huh.
All right. In all
Taking the
honesty, though,
Texans
I'm
over
gonna
the Browns.
say
What are you smoking?
I'm gonna say Browns 26-23.
Browns win this game. Browns win this game handily, 30-17. Moving on.
Browns 39, Texans like maybe 15.
Okay. Moving on. We potentially have two teams battling for a wild card spot. We got the Saints at the Panthers. What do you like?
Panthers winning.
Bro, I could see the
Panthers are gonna have a top 2 defense this year.
I don't know.
Oh my god!
Brian Burns is
How about we
winning
start with
the
top
player
20,
of the
then
year
move
this
up?
year. Brian Burns is winning the defensive player of the year this year, and I'm
You
not
need to
even
stay
lying.
off the crack.
Brian Burns is winning it. That's my big bold take.
Thank you, Dad.
What's good? Logan's dad.
Why'd you
I'll
mute me? Oh my god!
Mute him again.
Your dinner, sir.
Oh my
This looks like regurgitated baby shit. Oh my god!
Tastes like it too.
Oh my!
Oh my goodness.
But
I'm going with the Saints. I'm going with the Saints. I do think these teams split. But it's going to be it's going to be on the road. I'm going with the Saints. I like the Saints 23-17 against the Panthers.
don't forget though, CJ. Even though I'm going with the Saints in this one, they're missing Marcus Davenport and Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah. No. On second thought, I'm going to change it up. I really like this Panthers team, and especially now that Marshawn Lattimore is out. I think Green Bay was just overwhelmingly filling themselves. I'll go with the Panthers upset score 21-20.
Logan,
I like
you
the
see how I
numbers.
changed his mind that quick? I said Marcus Davenport and
You
Marshawn
see,
Lattimore are playing.
I was going back and forth either way. But then once you gave me that information, I'm like, you know what? No. Go with the upset. Take the Panthers. I think Darnold is going to be the breakout quarterback this year, similar to Josh Allen. I think he gets the better of the Saints defense 21-20. So,
Potato soup. Freshly
all
made.
right. Few more games. Vikings at Cardinals.
Cardinals 38-6.
Cardinals like 32 to actually I'm gonna say 33 to I'll say 26.
31. Cardinals win 31-20. Kyler Murray continues to make his statement as maybe a dark horse MVP candidate. Because he's gonna line up that.
Joel doesn't think Kyler Murray should have made the Pro Bowl last year. He's like, Kyler Murray's the most overrated player in the league, and he might not even get a contract extension.
Saquon Barkley's the same exact way.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I'm not
Now
complaining.
you're just trolling. Now you're just trolling.
Saquon Barkley's always overrated. I mean, they just say this and that and this and that. His greatness and greatness and greatness. I mean, all the guy does is hurdle over people, and he does absolutely nothing. He torches us here and there, but that's one good run, and then he has nothing else in the game.
Yeah, he just has the most catches by run.
I'm playing.
Moving on. How bad are the Buccaneers going to destroy the Falcons?
78-2.
Oh my god!
I think the Falcons are going to do much better throwing the ball in this game.
Watch the Buccaneers. Watch, it's going to be just like the Super Bowl. The Falcons going to be up like 20-7. Tom Brady's going to unleash goat mode and win this game 40-20.
Last year, the Falcons were beating the Bucks by 20 points, and they came back.
Exactly. It's going to be the same thing again. Brady's going to spot them about 13 points, and then it's going to just unleash. And the
If I'm
Buccaneers are
telling
gonna-
Brady at this point in my career, when I face the Falcons, I'm going to let them get up by 20 points.
Yeah, just let them go. We're going to spot you 13 points, and then we're going to just steamroll you the rest of the way. Buccaneers are about to destroy the Atlanta Falcons.
Mhm.
Okay. Titans at Seahawks. Which game is going to be worse? Titans at Seahawks or Falcons and Buccaneers?
The Titans are beating the Seahawks.
Yeah, I agree. Titans
You're
are
trolling.
beating the Seahawks.
We're serious.
That's not even
The
a
Titans are
troll,
going to
bro.
beat Seattle.
There's no way they come off of that loss and not feel motivated. Mike Vrabel's going to have that team going.
Okay.
Like,
CJ, we just got destroyed by the Broncos, and you're just saying we're going to beat Washington, so you can't say they got destroyed by the Cardinals. You just can't say that.
They lost by 25, Logan.
We ate shit a few days ago, so I don't want to hear it, bro.
They lost literally by 30.
It's fine.
Seahawks are going to destroy the Titans by a score of 30-13.
You got $100?
I do not, and if I did, I do not gamble.
Oh my God.
All right, Cowboys.
especially with the minor.
I'm 18,
You're 1,000% 13.
bro.
Cowboys at the Chargers, guys.
Chargers win 38-20.
BP.
Chargers win 30. I like saying 30 a lot, but
But big play, I thought you were riding the Cowboys. Remember when you're like, they're going 15-2, they're winning the NFC
no,
East. But
I never said that in my life. I said the Cowboys are going 10-7, and I'll stick to it. That being said, I'll say Chargers win 34-30. I'll say 34-30. It's gonna be a very high scoring game. A lot of points.
and the NFL in 20 years, a low scoring game will be like 46-30.
Chargers win. Chargers win this game handily. Again, going to try to get through these last number of games. 31-20. No, 30-21.
Good for you.
All right.
I sleep on the Cowboys offense. That's all. I'm gonna just say that.
It's not that I'm sleeping on the Cowboys offense. It's just that I think the Chargers are going to play ball control like they did against Washington. If they're able to move up and down and take the time and possess the ball that long against Washington's defense, what do you think they're going to do against Dallas? You're muted.
Yeah, I can tell. I was just saying, yeah.
Poppy.
Okay.
Oh my
Monday night game. Chiefs at the Ravens. Boy, do I feel sorry for the Ravens. Patrick Mahomes has never lost in September. He's never lost to the Ravens. Ravens having the worst luck on earth right now. Losing two of their top corners against the most dangerous offense in all of football. I smell a blowout potentially.
There's Ravens fans on Twitter saying they're going to blow out the Chiefs.
No. The Chiefs don't get blown out unless their offensive line is decimated.
Unless they're going against the Bucks.
I don't want to say they've never gotten blown out before. I mean,
With Mahomes, I mean. They've never gotten blown out.
they got destroyed in the Super Bowl.
Unless the offensive line is destroyed. That's what I mean. I mean, come on now. The Chiefs.
This soup tastes like
I'm
shit.
going- honestly, man, I'm going 34-20. Ravens. I'm not even gonna be shocked if the Ravens destroy the Chiefs in this game. I'm not lying when I say this. I think the Ravens are going to shock people going into this game. They're going to shock.
They lost to
still
the
think
Raiders.
All right.
I do still
I'll-
think the Ravens are going to be really good. I just think this is the wrong place at the wrong time for Kansas to go up against Kansas City. You lose two of your top three corners, both Jimmy Smith. both Marlon, both Jimmy Smith and Marcus Peters are out in this game. You lost all of your running backs, and you're going up against a Chiefs team and Andy Reid that almost never loses in September. Never. And the fact that Lamar has never been close to Mahomes. I'm sorry. And again, I still think that the Ravens have been.
I mean, technically, he's been better. He won the MVP.
Bro, I saw him make one throw in the back end of
my guy said, people say Lamar can't throw. I saw him make one throw. Oh, my God.
Okay, one throw. I mean, I've never seen Daniel Jones make an elite throw.
Are you? Here, come off the fucking
Can we
stream.
keep Daniel Jones out of your mouth the rest of this segment?
I'm just joking. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go Chiefs,
listen,
I'll go Chiefs 34. I'll go Chiefs 34 to like 20.
Same.
The Eagles are such a sorry-ass franchise. Their best receiver is Nick Foles.
Oh, my goodness.
That's hilarious, bro. That's hilarious.
All right.
Hilarious.
Last but not least, guys, Monday Night Football. Lions at Packers.
Lions upset.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
What?
My guy sounded very passionate up there.
What? I don't get your understanding.
I do kind of see where Logan is coming from. And listen, man, you got to give the Lions credit. They put up a hell of a fight against the Niners, who was just completely annihilating them. If the Packers don't show up, I could see a potential upset right here. But I'm still going to go with the Packers. It's still Aaron Rodgers. It's in Lambeau.
38-3.
This is their get-right game. Lions win 31-14.
You said Lions win 31-14?
No, I said Packers win.
You said Lions.
Lions.
Listen, man, I can't speak today. Packers win 31-17.
I'm going Lions 24, Packers 21.
Wow. I'll say Packers win 32 to
2?
I'll give them 17 points. I'll give them 17 points or maybe 20.
This soup is disgusting.
Just like Daniel Jones.
You more like the whole Eagles fucking organization.
At least we got a dub, and that's all that matters.
You played the Falcons.
And at least we got the dub, and that's still all that matters.
All right, BP. Thank you so much for coming on, man, for helping me celebrate 30 subscribers.
I'm the co-host. Why are you thanking him first?
Thank you.
Logan,
don't mind this fool down behind me. I don't know what he's talking about, but congratulations, man.
I'm just messing, by the way.
I'm playing.
Thanks, but again, thank you for commentating me on my analytic ability, Logan. I would definitely check out my new follow on Twitter today. Thank you so much for joining me. We will get back to you guys in just a little bit on the Giant Zone podcast on my boy Logan's Giant Zone.
Make it 8:20, Logan. Make it 8:30 or 8:20, bro. You make it.
I have stuff to do.
Huh?
How about 9 o'clock?
I have stuff to do, but I'll reschedule it to 9.
Sure. But one more thing I want to say before we get off here. There's a channel called the Spotlight Sports Network.
Yes.
And they basically like cooperate. Like, I don't know how to say this. They work with other channels. And you know how you're trying to get the premium for the streamer, right? They can literally give it to you for free. They will pay it for you instead of you doing it for yourself. And they can do a lot for your channel. They can help you grow. They can give you a better audience, and you can live stream from.
Breaking news: BPS buys subscribers.
No, I don't. I'm not even a part of this group. I'm just suggesting it for CJ because I think he'd be really good in this group. And they kind of need a Giants fan. I don't think they have a Giants fan, and there's like 3 Eagles fans there, so that'll make it interesting.
CJ, you're muted, homie.
You're muted, TJ.
Thank you so much.
Why are you watching the NBA?
Yes, but now I do officially have to sign out as I gotta eat dinner. Guys, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Peace.